Hi there and welcome to my second YouTube video. This is loot from 1000 Rune Dragons, and as you can see my bank is all clear now. I've created a new tab just for this. My gear setup includes full Justiciar, a Dragonfire Shield, Dragon Hunter Lance, Ferocious Gloves and a Berserker Ring imbued. And make sure you put on insulated boots, as this ensures that you aren't really damaged by the Dragon Fire attack. My inventory includes 1 super combat with 2 doses, 4 brag bots and 1 extended anti-fire, as this is enough when you combine the Dragonfire Shield, protect from magic, prayer and the potion itself. A ring of dueling, as I don't have a max house, and a dig site pendant to get there. It also includes 5 potatoes with cheese, but you can swap this out for monkfish. Then the rest of the inventory is filled with sharks. I think this is the perfect amount of food, and with max melee stats, not including magic, I get around 10 kills a trip and usually survive for the full 12 minutes. I don't normally bring a full inventory of sharks, as this means that I'm usually dropping them, to be honest. In each hour I probably average around 50 kills, which is usually about 1.5 mil, not including rares. And with rares it's probably about 1.8 mil. As you can see in the video, I also managed to get 1 dragon limb, which is a drop rate of 1 in 800. I actually got this within the first about 150-200 kills, so I was hoping for another one, but unfortunately I only got 1, and no Dragonfire Shield or Dragon Lump, unfortunately. You can also see that I was doing it in quite big chunks to begin with, about 150 kills, doing about 3 or 4 hour sessions while playing my main account. While towards the end I was getting a bit sick of it, I was getting quite bored, so I was just doing an hour on and off. So this video took a lot longer than I would have expected. I would say it probably took me about 20 hours, as I average about 50 kills an hour. As I told you earlier, this is actually my alt account. I'm currently working on maxing my main through completing the collection log and doing slayer and skills to get pets. And as you can see, there is me having completed the 1000 kills. I'm now on 21,204 kills when I started on 20,204. So now I'm just showing off my bank. I've used quite a few supplies and we'll go through it all and sell it now. Yeah, so I had 70 rune plate bodies, quite a few runes, 67 rune warhammers, 6 dragon plate skirts, about 60 rune scimitars and rune maces, 50 long swords, over 170 runite ore, and 1011 runite bars. The extra 11 is just from when people don't pick up their looting time, as everyone else AFKs. This also backfired on me, as I didn't always pick up mine. So now I'm just selling everything off. I'm doing it minus 5%, as usually it goes for about 99%, so it's not worth actually finding out the price for me. I just prefer to get this all sold off for the video. Of course you can make a little bit more if you decided to slow sell everything, but for me that's just not worth it in my point in the account, especially when I'm making these videos. I also only have about 600 dragon bones, as usually I'm not able to pick them up, and instead I sometimes just bury them or just leave them on the ground, as I prefer to have longer trips because I'm focusing on my main and I don't like going to the bank as much. So in total I made 36 mil. I'll get the exact price check up in a second, and that's not including supplies. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to buy back my supplies now. So after selling everything I ended up with about 36.8 mil, and my supplies cost me about 5.3 mil, which means after 1000 rune dragons I'm left with 31.5 mil. And the supply cost has actually dropped. Previously sharks were about 1k, now they're about 870, and prayer pots have dropped from about 13k to 9,700, so I'm really happy with that. And like I said, this took me about 20 hours, so after the supply cost it's about 1.5 mil an hour, which is absolutely incredible considering it's basically AFK. However, now we do need to pay a bit more attention because of the death fee. That's about 210,000, which really cuts into the profit of it if you die a couple of times. However, I was paying quite a bit of attention, so I only died twice in about 4 hours, so It's about 100k an hour, and I'm not really taking that into account when I'm considering the supply cost, as I haven't calculated the amount of GP I would have got had I got a Dragon Lump and a Draconic Visage, as when you get one of these that would pay for quite a few deaths. So ultimately this is an account that is worth making. It does take a very, very long time. It's probably one of the longest creation times of an alt, but it far surpasses anything you can do. I mean, every other alt makes you about 400k if it's a scaling alt, or 700k if it's a max cargo alt. So it's well worth making one of these if you can spend about an extra 300 hours on an alt, which if you even consider making an alt, I bet you can spend that long to make it worth doing Dragon Slayer 2 on an account. If you enjoyed this video and learned something new, please like and subscribe, and check out my first video on the collection log. That's it for now. Thank you and have a great day.